It's all
We're live.
We are, you know.
Yeah, we're live. Hello. Today is Thursday, 19th of the 3rd, and the time is 07. 08. Yeah, pretty much.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The time is.
I missed a week, so that was my fault.
Tony, you can't blame me. I was ready. I was prepared. I was waiting for NJ. How?
You're lying. Frank's away. You're 7 minutes late. It's the truth.
I was waiting for NJ.
Imagine if me and Jack got stuck in together. Who would
I'd eat you.
Kill each other.
Which part would you eat first?
The throat.
Oh, he wouldn't be able to eat me.
I'd eat
He'd
you.
be out of breath in 2 seconds, just going from one side of the room to the other, trying to catch me.
What do you mean? I'll roll like the Indiana Jones boulder.
Yeah, roll over and I'd eat you. I'd be able to live for
Tony's no more than a mid-morning snack, surely. There's not enough meat.
Yeah, he's like a little nugget.
Twiglet. I'll be able to survive ages from you, man.
Hello, and you're listening to Let's Drone Out. Don't listen to anything Tony says. It's not my fault we're late. I was prepared. I was ready. I already pre-contacted Frank. And
Frank's not here. That's why we're late.
It insists on phoning me up and telling me. And I'm like, I know. I've spoke to Frank already. And he just likes to blame me just because I haven't been here. And they're all in love with Painless. It's fine. If you want Painless, I can go. You can have Painless back.
Yep. And,
you know, you can all wank over Painless. Sorry, editor. Am I allowed to say wank?
Well, if you play the video that I edited together, then that's definitely gonna have some.
I think we should play that tonight because we don't want to lose subs on your channel. And I think people know what we're like on this channel.
I did it for you guys. I was never going to put it on my channel. I mean, I can't. It's not going to. There's no context whatsoever, is there? You know.
Yeah, but hey, maybe Labs in here, Aries, Mr. Shady,
Nick Major.
Fruity Cakes in here, Southwest, all that. All the guys, Wins here. Oh, Southwest, Magic Pencil.
People are not going out. They've got nothing to do. Stay in and watch.
Oh, man. I know.
That's the good thing about YouTube is that everyone self-isolating. YouTube is all they have. I bet YouTube views are up. Advertising's down though, but the views are up.
So I was playing Resident Evil for a bit to show Curry Kitten that it's no longer tank controls. Did you not believe me? How did you not know about that?
Because I've seen they did the remake. This is not anywhere near drones. They did the remake of like Resi 2, 3 on the GameCube, and all they did was they slightly upped the graphics, and it was like, oh, it's the same old stuff. And the remake of Resident Evil 1 was the old controls. It's essentially the same thing. So I assumed that Resident Evil 2 would be the same.
They need to go back and redo one, which is amazing.
I like Numbskull's what he's written. Can someone highlight it? Only Frank knows how to do that.
Click on it.
Hey.
I bet he's
self-isolating, all right, isn't it?
That's a challenge, isn't it? If you've got one tab of that open and then one tab of us.
Yeah.
It is. And you don't want to go through your toilet roll if you can't get new stuff. So just be aware of that.
That's why we need to launch the sock. It's eco-friendly, it's reusable.
That's it, you see. No one will panic by.
The true story, audience. Jack has tried to make me find where we can get one socks made, embroidered. They keep coming as a pair, Jack. Surely there must be somewhere we can get single socks.
And
then
what happens? What happens if you're disabled and you've only got one leg? Then you need one sock.
Parahooners in the chat.
Well,
so.
you put one on your foot, and then
one would say wank sock, and one would say emergency wank sock. But then you can't get two socks made with different designs on. So we're struggling on the wank socks, people.
Well, just buy two and sell them separately, surely.
Because we don't want to do the stock and inventory. We just want people to be able to go.
Why don't you sell them as a pair and then just say, give one to a friend for Dutch rudder time or whatever?
Have we got any drone talk tonight? Has anyone flown or anything?
No.
I've been doing a lot of flying of those monstrosity things that you've got, Tony.
Oh yeah. I've seen I've seen your posts.
I don't know how you can call them. I don't know how you can call them cine whoops though. They are terrifying. I mean, we were terrified to be around your one, and I was terrified to be at. I mean, they just sound
you're using them not how you're supposed to, though, are you?
Well, how are you supposed to use them to throw
you're
a
not
load
supposed
of
to be
plastic
doing
bags
flips
at
and rolls and things, They're steady cam type thing. Fly it through windows, carry on, do a continuous long shot. I mean, your one did fly nice.
Yeah, the flywheel one flew really nice, but I think that's because the props were above the protectors. So it did acro really nice, actually. Yeah, and I tell you, you're not gonna like this, Tone. The GoPro Hero 8, so much better than the 7.
I don't. I just got a 7. Plus, you can't see the difference. I don't.
You bloody can, because.
What's the difference then, Andy? I haven't noticed it.
Have you got them both? Have you?
No, I've been watching like videos and people do comparisons, and I honestly couldn't see the difference.
It is night and day when it comes to dynamic range. I got the Hero 7 with hyper smooth, pointed it straight at the sun, and all the ground was dark. And then I got the Hero 8, and it was like.
Can't you lock the exposure though on the 7 if you want? If you set it up right, it's just as good.
But who wants to do that though when you're going in and out of buildings?
Well, look what Numbskull says. Lens not replaceable on the 8, and you can replace the lens on the 7.
That would be quite a big deal though, because all GoPros up to now have been awful on dynamic range. As soon as you point them in the sun, that's it. Everything else is black. So is it actually showing up quite nicely? You can actually see stuff.
Yeah. I was like, I didn't think the audio is so much better as well on a actual like copter as well. It's a lot different. But yeah, I didn't know about the non-replaceable lens thing, but I always use lens protectors on the GoPro things anyway. So I'm yet to smash up a
I have
GoPro.
mine insured for £1.89 a month. So it don't matter.
Yeah, we need to refer Tony to the IFB for his little antics.
Shut up.
I think the hyper smooth's a little bit better as well. You do get those odd moments, don't you, when the hyper smooth sort of judders and you're like, not
noticed it on mine, to be fair.
You have to do some pretty extreme acro to do it. But with the 8, doesn't seem to be doing that. But I'm not saying it'll go out and get an 8, but it just more clarity. Like the 7 and the 8, when I compared them, I was going to do a comparison there, but then I thought
there's no point doing it via YouTube, though, is there? That's the problem. Your house to do it to show you.
That's the thing. You upload them to YouTube, and it all goes potato, no matter what. People were like, "Oh, there's loads of jello." I'm like, no, it's the way that it's almost like in a YouTube does to GoPro footage what like video games do. Is it called? Like when you look in the distance and the quality just deteriorates the further you get, and it does it to save on the graphics. YouTube does something similar to that with GoPro footage, but when you look at them, so I did 2.7K 60 with hyper smooth, and it looked really washed out, the Hero 7, even though it's great quality, but then just the extra details that were in the 8, I was impressed with it. But if the 7's still a great camera,
and cheaper.
Well,
and
that's
a little
something
bit cheaper now.
that's something we can talk about as well. Real Steady Go have been.
Yeah, they've been bought by them, haven't they?
They've been bought by them. So I wonder what they're going to do with that. Because,
just take it off the market.
Yeah, it could just be that, really, couldn't it? If you think about it, because it doesn't. I've never managed to get it work very well, which is why I always use Hypersmooth, because Hypersmooth you always have guaranteed results. But
yeah,
I bought a Hero 6 just because really the Real Steady Go only works with the Hero 6 unless you use loads of vibration dampening and fly, like just you can't do any acca or anything like that. But then I thought, are they going to have like a separate program? But you're right, it probably is just to buy out the competition, is it?
Well, Mikey Dredd in the chat says Real Steady are working with GoPro.
Well, it said on well, yeah, I don't know whether that's whether the internet's right, but it said they'd acquired them. Sorry, Wayne.
I was going to say I just heard a rumor about them being bought out, but I didn't know if that was a rumor or
if you just type in Google Real Steady acquisition GoPro, and it said it came up for me. So I don't know whether it's true, but anyways, run cam split for the win. Yeah,
oh, yeah, you got them.
Yeah, Hypersmooth is when you're doing like professional stuff, as Tony does, though. The Hypersmooth thing is a game changer. Especially like I put just like a Runcam 5 on one of those things, and it was jello. There was shaky, unusable. You stick a Hero on there, and it's like bloody hell. It's like you've just stuck a DSLR on the thing, or all of a sudden, if you hover and fly still enough, it looks like a DJI gimbal, and that's the idea of them, isn't it? To be like a Mavic Mini, except you've got and you can do acro and do the protect. Oh man, I got so much stick when I said that from the DJI crowd. Oh, Mavic Mini would be so much better than one of these things and cheaper, blah blah blah. I'm like,
I understand though, do they? We haven't seen
So the Real Steady thing, where you say who was it say working with? It's like they've got bought out. Working with is corporate talk for. We've bought them. We've taken over a couple of their directors. We've got all their IP, and the rest of you guys can leave. Basically, is generally what it means in corporate takeovers. Either if they've kept onto the staff, they might be trying to work it into their tool set as opposed to just.
Yeah, maybe there's something about it that they liked, but for me, every time I've tried it, the results were you were lucky if you got 10 seconds worth of usable footage, whereas Hypersmooth you just know you've got that reliability, and I think it does a better job. Maybe people I know Nurk uses Real Steady a lot, and he says when you have in mind that you're going to be doing one of these shoots, he did that arcade coffee shop shoot, didn't he? He said like you have to think about flying in a different manner. But when I just stuck the GoPro on those things, Hypersmooth on, and if you fly steady, oh man, I literally lasted about 30 seconds of flying steady before I was like, I'm bored of this, right, let's do some flips and stuff. Yeah, pretty incredible, really. I did a video where I showed the DVR and then Hypersmooth, and the quad was bouncing like this. But you look at the GoPro footage, and it just looks like it's tuned perfect,
Yeah, very, very good what they do with that. Very good.
Just very expensive.
Coming home with me GoPro 4 or whatever, thinking I'd done a nice flight, and then looking back and seeing the horizon going like that.
Yeah, bobbing. It's man, that's the thing as well. Like you look back at your old freestyle footage, and it's like, oh man, this looks crazy, like really bad. But on the other hand, like there's people like NJ. He said I turned Hypersmooth on. I couldn't tell the difference, but that would be the case with NJ. But with me, it's like that's the thing, isn't it? It turns everybody into an amazing pilot. It's a bit of a cheat, really, but.
I can still fly my Session 5s without without any of that turned on.
Yeah, all the thing is though, if you sort of if you maybe like smash a prop or something like that, you'll see it in a session 5. Whereas
you won't
somehow you won't with the. So that's what they're great for as well. You know, it's talking in a professional capacity. But other than that, I haven't really been doing much flying. Why are they so popular? There's loads of them, isn't there? There's if we run through them all, there's that the Flywheel 138. There's what's the one that you've got, Tone? Yours is the
Squirt V2.
Yours is an actual Scout, then, is it?
Squirt.
Oh, Squirt. What did I say?
V2.
What's the Scout? Squirt. Oh, I don't know. Yeah.
Why is that thing about? You remember how things become like a trend, don't they? Like the first the power whoop, and then the toothpick, and now it's like the well, they call them silly whoops. We need a better name for them, don't we? We can call them really loud, silly looking quads.
They are ear piercing. Like, you know, the GoPro footage does not do it justice on how loud it is. I mean, you know, I'm pretty deaf, but this thing was just so loud. And even though there's nobody outside, I'm even thinking, like, you know, my neighbors, that they understand what I do. And even I was like, man, I'm worried I was worried for myself, worried for my neighbors, but people are buying them and using them, or at least they're very popular, because Diatone have got one, iFlight have got about 3.
Aries is posted in LDO, I think, a video of his. I'm going to watch later. I don't know what he's done, flying in some woods or something. But yeah, I just like what they're for, and I only use it for that.
Like a bunch of hula hoops, Tony. Can you make your X class into one, and then we can try flying it into someone's head, see what happens?
Sure, no problem.
Okay, that sounds good.
I couldn't believe how heavy they are as well. Nearly
540 gram, yeah.
540. What the Squirt? These
all up with my battery is probably 6.
I was going to say nearly 565 was the one. I'm like, that's 5-inch freestyle weight. Like, you know, it's mad. And then you've got these little 3-inch props screaming their life off, trying to survive. But they're so expensive as well. But I think that's because they have to have really like top-notch components, because I was looking at the amp drawer and it was like in a hover, it's like 20 amps just for a hover. I'm like,
I like the
bit excessive.
Bumblebee, is that the one that is the yellow one that you showed on your channel?
I
like the look of that, and that looks good.
Yeah, the only thing with that one is you have to have a Hero 8, and it doesn't come with a GoPro mount, so you have to buy that separate. And like 209 quid for the RXSR version. That's expensive, that is, isn't it?
It is interesting that they've become so popular, given that they seem to be a very niche market. It's like I mean, you wouldn't just have it for flying, would you?
No, it'd be, don't go and buy one unless you're doing something with it.
Plus, so every one I've reviewed, people are like, that I'd never buy that thing, but I'm like, so why are there so many of them? Like there are budget ones coming out now. I think there's one called the something Cloud, and even iFlight have brought one out called the Green Hornet, which I think's cheaper. But I think the reason why they're so expensive is they have to have properly good components. Otherwise. ESCs will burn out, running that weight on a 3-inch. So yeah, and I wonder about the budget ones as well, because I'm thinking, like, would you want it? Like, everyone was commenting the camera costs more than the quad, and I'm like, yeah. So wouldn't you want reliable components rather than these cheaper ones that are coming out that you don't know, that could fall out the sky and destroy you? The 350 quid, the GoPro 8, which
I would never fly my thingy high at all.
You wouldn't fly it high?
No, I've never flown it high and never will. I just fly it waist height, head height, maybe, and that's it.
Well, if you've got the squirt, then it's probably quite. I mean, I really liked flying at high because it kind of looked like a shot from a DJI model, except then you can do a dive and a roll and a loop and stuff. So, which is not what they're designed for. But I think like you could do with something like that, you could have the best of both worlds, couldn't you? You know, you could back out of, I don't know, a shop or something, and then, you know, just punch up and like point down kind of thing, which I was thinking of this. But yeah, there's a lot of people making ends meet with their hobby, I guess. So maybe it's like an investment sort of thing, but still trying to get my head around it. But like Diatone, or like, oh, we saw your review of that. Do you fancy the Taycan, as that's called? So man, yeah, there's going to be a few of those coming about. But yeah, I might get some earplugs, invest in some earplugs.
I was going to ask about your drift car, Andy, but I guess the your meetups in your indoor sports halls cancelled at the moment.
As of Friday, isn't it? All schools are shut down. It's really confusing. I don't know how that's going to work. So they're shutting all schools down except for kids where their parents
are keys.
Yeah, so there's going to be like one teacher and about one kid in a classroom, and then they have to open the entire school for it. I can't see how that's going to work.
That's going to be weird. There's going to be like nominated teacher to be in with the at-risk or key worker kids, and all sat there in a classroom looking glum. Everybody else is doing.
Is anyone going to go out flying if we all get locked away? Is anyone going to go out and rip some places you're not allowed?
Well, not
thinking of doing a few.
Well, you get
M23, M25.
You could, but you wouldn't be able to put it up on YouTube. Then again, there's probably nobody to arrest you, is there, or send you to court, because everybody's focusing elsewhere, aren't they? But
I am going to go out flying though. If we get told to not go to work and stay in, I'm going to go and hit some spots.
Yeah, 100%. Just make sure it's legal and safe, Tone, I would say.
Well, I'm going to be away from people because they'll all be in their houses.
It's property though as well, isn't it?
I know, but there's going to be some places that you can go where you can't normally. You know, they make it, you know, less dog walkers, etc. You know what I mean? I don't do anything silly. When have you seen me do anything silly?
Be friends with me?
No, true,
that was a mistake, not being silly.
Probably the most daring thing we've done was the towers, but it's still, I think that was safe though. Well, unless
only a danger to yourself.
Unless you count all of the underground ponds where they could collapse at any minute, danger. But other than that, yeah, we stay pretty safe, don't we, when we go to spots and stuff.
Yeah, it'd be a good time to build drones and repair drones, I suppose, for the 2 weeks we're all going to be locked away.
You can buy parts because China was shut down.
No, well, they're open again now, so
yeah, but now
business.
Now our postal system's going to be
no, that's allowed. It's only people that can't be. You know, lorries are being let through and ships are still going.
It's only interesting because that courier companies will now sort of sign on your behalf and leave it away from your door, which in my house they've been doing for ages. They've just been dropping it in random places and signing it when I'm not there, which is interesting. It's like now they can officially just leave it all over the road and stuff.
Yeah, now's the time to like buy as well, because they are trying to recover. And I don't know if you've seen the prices, but they have huge discounts everywhere in China to try and sort of recover from stuff. So now is that if you are sort of, you know, then again, it's like you've got to, if you're at home and not making money, then you really don't want to be spending it either, do you? You know?
That's the scary bit at the moment, is the money thing.
Yeah.
God, my back is killing, guys. Fucking hell. My lower back.
Do you want to go and have a lay down while doing the show, Jack? Shout from your bed. Go on.
Oh, Andrew / Frank in the chat, everyone.
Hey, evening, Frank.
Where is he?
Should we light a firework for Frank? He is doing the Lord's
We haven't done
work.
fireworks for ages, have we?
I know.
Are you allowed to tell everyone what Frank's doing, or is it?
No, of course not. But this one's for you, Frank, because you're a hero.
Is he creating a vaccine for which cannot be talked about?
Maybe.
If there's anyone that can do it, it would be Andrew / Frank, wouldn't it?
I know, it's worrying how much of a genius he is. And he decides to go on this show.
Yeah.
You know. Like one for NJ. NJ might not be talking to me. NJ may be completely offended by what I drew.
Didn't he do some stream on Liftoff? Did you upset him on there? Because you got plenty of opportunity to upset him. I was watching NJ's video, and he said, "Oh no, Jack's on the Discord." Curry's like, "Oh, this has all gone wrong."
We enhanced that massively, I think.
Yeah, I don't know what you're on about.
I want to know what you were saying. That he
was just all the cat's feet and everything, but NJ style.
Yeah, I know. I can only imagine. Yes, a certain Blue Peter presenter's daughter, probably.
Oh.
Well, we can say the mini air show's been cancelled, unfortunately. Which sucks.
Or to be fair, we didn't know if we were going anyways, cancelled or not, did we? It's a long way. It's a long way for me to go to sit in a tent.
I hope we can do our own little LDO meet thing anyway.
That's August.
Which we're planning, which will be August. So hopefully everything.
So if we're not all dead, by then,
we could all be zombies by then. But I mean,
who do you think's gonna go first?
What, out of all us lot? Yeah. Probably.
Oh, thanks, Tony.
I think me. Probably.
You don't go anywhere.
He's got a weakened immune system and does leave the flat now and again.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I've got a very weak.
You never go to the toilet and never go to work, do you, Jack?
The toilet's in my house.
Where's your work then? You working from home in my house now. Oh, he's working from home.
Yep, very exciting stuff.
Does anybody know anyone with symptoms and stuff?
Curry, he's not in the age risk group. He's got other
outrageous.
But
age group.
But Tony is the king of releasing personal, private medical information. Would you like to tell everyone what the hell's wrong with Curry Kitten and why he's going to die second?
Well, I think he's older than anyone, isn't that?
I'm senior statesman here.
Well, they've said today, don't assume just because you are, under 60.
Someone 45 died yesterday.
Cheery Tony.
The youngest person to catch it's been 16.
No, there was a baby born with it.
Well, yeah, but the symptoms are different, aren't they? But what I'm saying is somebody who had like a severe case of it, 16, hospitalized. So don't think anyone's safe. No. But at the same time, there's sod all you can do about it, so don't worry about it. Everyone's in the same boat and we're all screwed.
You can absolutely hide in your house and not go out and keep sending your wife out to buy groceries and stuff.
But when your wife comes back, she's covered in corona.
Wash your hands.
The thing.
Watch her.
Can't say it.
He just hoses her down.
While she's in the garden, just spray her with alcohol.
Don't waste alcohol.
Some of my colleagues have the bus. Oh, Dom, no.
Oh, no.
If you keep talking about coronavirus, I'm off. Well, this is cheery. Tony,
better change the subject.
Speaking of personal information, how's it been going with the new wife?
Yeah, it's been good.
Whore.
I've been hiding the sausage quite a lot, if you must know.
It's an odd thing to say from a vegan.
Well, Jack, that's what Jack calls it. I'm trying to be on his
Interracial
wavelength so he
erotic.
knows what I'm talking about.
They're Linda McCartney sausages. Don't worry about it.
He really gets off. She like calls him a honky, slaps him about a bit. Says, I own you.
Oh,
It's beautiful. Some of the hottest things ever.
You really do need to get a fucking filter.
It's
You
like
do.
fucking Huggy Bear from Starsky and Hutch now.
Jesus Christ.
You're allowed to say words like that. I love words like that.
No.
Just make me laugh.
Yeah, I don't give a shit.
She
Is she a vegan?
heavily
No.
into. No. I saw him touch hot dog.
Look how his face changed when.
He's no longer vegan.
Yeah, no, I've totally gone off it. I'm now eating meat and dairy and everything.
Really?
Really?
Look at Jack. Look.
That's it. I saw him with a hot dog. He's like, ah.
That wasn't a hot dog.
You think the Earth's red?
Right, drones.
So, after you committed insurance fraud, so you got a new GoPro. When are we going to take it apart? Courier it to
I'm
me.
going to take my old one apart, but do you want me to come round your flat? You know, at times like this when I could be carrying some stuff.
He's definitely a spreader.
DHL.
What are you trying to put it on, Tone? Try and lose weight and that for? What are you doing with it?
On a tiny little Beta 85.
Which he...
I'm going to have a naked GoPro on a Beta 85. And
how much do they weigh when you take all the stuff up?
Not a lot. I think all up weight with the battery on the Beta 85 is under 150 grams.
What, with the camera?
Mm.
That's pretty good, that is. Yeah. Mm. You must have to do quite a lot of modding. What do you take out, like the Wi-Fi and stuff like that?
I think you've got to keep the Wi-Fi because you lose your buttons, you lose the screen. I don't know how far I'm going to go with it though. I'm a bit worried about getting rid of the screen.
Why?
Okay, well, it's got.
I think the main concern is I'm touching it.
Well,
you can use the screen on the front.
I have had very little success.
No, you lose both. Get rid of both screens.
Oh, so you're stuck in one setting then?
Well, you can use your phone via the Wi-Fi to change stuff.
Oh, so you keep the Wi-Fi.
And then you can ditch the battery by running it from the 5-volt from the flight controller.
Don't you need a capacitor though?
Maybe.
Lady and Tramp style. Who is the lady? Who is the tramp at Andrew Himes?
Well, I'll be the tramp. So yeah, that's what I want to do, and then fly it around Big Ben without anyone realising I've done that.
You wouldn't see anything anyway. It's covered in scaffolding, isn't it?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I finished
building site. It's the same effect.
London will be on lockdown it changes by the day, isn't it? We went from like, oh yeah, maybe just wash your hands. We've gone from that to zombie apocalypse in about 4 days. So there was a rumor, wasn't there, that London was going to be locked down after today, and Boris has come out.
I think it was tomorrow, wasn't it?
I'm allowed to say Boris, yeah. There's transportation still going and all this, and then on Monday he's just going to be there in a bunker going, everybody for themselves.
Probably. Test is what we're supposed to be doing, isn't it?
Yeah. Do you know the Tesco delivery service is that there's a 3-week waiting list if you want that.
My God.
Yeah, which is mad, isn't it? So, all those people that were panic buying actually had a little bit of legitimacy to it.
Only because they all did it and ruined it for everybody else. It's going to be like a 3-week waiting list, and then when you get your order, it's going to be like, oh, we didn't have these items. There's this big sheet folds out. It's like, so here's one Mars bar.
We didn't do it. If anybody's wondering, we didn't do any of the panic buying. I was saying, if you run out of toilet paper, there's plenty of Daily Mails to buy. No one's buying that. Just
right. Frank has spoken.
change the record. Well,
It's a
Frank,
bit hard to come.
if you were here, you could come and stop it. But I'll tell you what, because you're not here.
If you want to change it.
Because you're not here, let's discuss all of the other things that were mentioned in today's daily update.
Curry, tell us about the simulator.
Well, the other one. Did we want to talk about the LDO game, because that is ready. If people
send it out.
Well, can you do a demo of it now with sound?
No, I don't know if I get the sound through.
Yeah, you will. You've got
on.
Oh, hang on, that's going to take a while. I'm going to have to launch it now. I'm working on the plane. I've got some updates, but all I've been doing this week is trying to decorate a room, because now my wife is working from home, and now my daughter has to now be off school from tomorrow.
Oh, God.
So I have to transfer a room to a different room and then take the other room into an office all over the weekend somehow, even though we haven't got any furniture and stuff.
So you've gone opposite. You've gone from being in isolation mode to, like, you know,
having loads of people around you.
Yeah.
Yeah, women as well. I don't know how you're going to cope.
Just admit that everything you do is wrong, and you're an idiot, and you'll not go far wrong from that.
Fair.
I'm gonna have to
find. Why did you say that, Tone? I thought your lifelong ambition's been to get a bird. Now you've got one. All you're doing is complaining.
Oh no, I'm not. I'm only joking.
I know.
I'm only joking.
Saw the Facebook picture, Tone. Very happy.
I took her out flying.
Oh yeah, that was great. Yeah, we should talk about that. Yeah, is she gonna have a go? Get into it. You could be.
I'll probably set the set her up on the sim first.
Oh yeah, good idea. Curry sim.
And then let her have a fly on that. But she really enjoyed it. I knew I was good not to throw or sell them goggles that I had.
I'll tell you what, I was impressed with your flying as well, Tone. Really smooth. Was that a session flight?
No, that was a Hero 4.
Was it really?
No, it was 7.
I
can do that with a 5.
What quad was it?
I think that was my Alien. I took the Alien and then the Mikey Dread, the Dreadnought out.
Cool.
Flew both of them, but yeah, I mean, it was a good experience for her. She really enjoyed it. She'd never seen anything like it, really.
Yeah.
What, you dropped your trousers?
She was impressed with that.
Right,
go.
Hang on, I don't know if I'm going to have to swap over my my sound.
So you've got a Let's Drone Out advert in the actual. Oh, because it's there.
What a hero!
That's cool.
Hang on.
Curry is just excelling himself constantly.
We go to that one.
Live 0.
You can get Curry Kitten's game on Steam. It's available for $5. And it's available on Steam.
This game's on Steam.
Jibber Jabber, if you want to come out flying with me, hit me up one day. You live close to Red Hill.
So you're charging for this one, but not the other.
No, there's no charging. Don't be silly. I don't think we've got the sounds. That's the problem. Can you hear anything?
No.
What is it?
Yes, we can. Yes, we can.
Oh, you can.
I can't hear.
Very quiet though.
It's probably. Hang on. It's probably going into my
headphones.
Into my own thingy. So when you shoot us, you can hear things, and everybody's got little things they can say. And if you want to play this game and shoot us all in the face, you certainly can do. And there will be a download link when I paste it into things. And it was just a bit of a laugh, really. Get NJ.
Really good. Why does it look like I've got a mountain on the top of my head?
Well, because that's basically your haircut.
That is. I can't, unfortunately, because I've just set up this device. I can't make it go through to the thingy. I can't pick it up as basically a sound source on this. If I go to no, unfortunately. But there you go. But
it seems to ramp up in difficulty very quickly.
Every level you get an extra.
I've not got past level 2.
Android. On if you play it on like a Mac or PC, you generally get to about level 10-ish. But on I think it's harder on a phone. So there is an Android.
Yeah, I play it on the phone.
There's Jack and Tony.
Magnificent. I wish you could hear it better.
Tony's my wife, was that, Jack?
I think so. What were my lines? Hang on, I can play. I dug my lines out because you asked for them. My lines were.
Hang on, let me turn it up, see if it helps. Put my mic.
Good to
Slut.
Slut. Slut.
So how can people get this curry kitten for free?
Tony's my wife, you know.
That's all I get on the answering machine.
What I will do is
answer your phone then. That's all you've got to do.
But I've got to be awake first, Jack.
Where are we? Stop sharing that a second. And
Tony's my wife. Pew, pew, pew.
Tony is my wife. And now, some little hussy has come in and stole her away.
On the official website, that is a link to a folder on my Google Drive where you will find versions for Windows 32, Windows 64, Linux 64, Mac OS, and Android.
It's on Apple. It's on Apple before Windows.
Cool. So yeah, download that and have some fun. Post it, share it.
The only thing you can't get it on is an iPhone because I would have to buy a developer license because it won't. Sorry.
That's all right. No one's got iPhones anyways.
They're crap.
But yeah, as far as the sim goes, I had a look what it would entail to fly a plane in terms of the maths, and it looked complicated. So what I did instead is I wrote down 5 little sheets of notes about what a plane does when it goes up and down, and I thought that's enough. 5 post-its equals I can work out how a plane flies. So that's what I'm going to be working on if I ever get round to doing anything other than painting walls, which I have to do tomorrow.
I was going to say, has the YouTube channel taken sort of I noticed there's not been many uploads from yourself lately.
There's not been anything because I'm under orders to finish this immediately.
So have you've got stuff in the pipeline then, like ideas for you?
I've got like plenty of stuff I could do. I still got some flights to do if I sort of bugger out to a field and fly some stuff. Then I've got like a bunch of things still. I've still got a quad that hasn't been reviewed that can fly, and another one about doing F-port on R9 and what that does with a GPS.
Good luck with that one.
Yeah, it works all right. Once I got it working, it did take a while. And then I've got like another flight controller and ESC board that I just need to finish soldering. So loads to do, but I've just, rather than try this week, and I thought rather than, because you feel a bit hassled, don't you, if you don't get a video out. If I don't get this done, I'm going to get shouted at more. I'm already shouted at daring to breathe if my wife is on a conference call, and it's like, how you sort of creep through stuff. And it's like, shut up, you're fucking breathing, that sort of thing. Apparently I'm a bit loud. She doesn't go well with working from home, I don't think. And it's going to be worse when my daughter's here as well, because there'll be 2 of us breathing and being annoying, that sort of stuff.
So she's finding you breathing annoying. That's not a good sign.
Apparently. Don't spend too much time together. Yeah. If it only was self-isolation, I'm not isolated enough. I need to get rid of the others.
And
Jack, how can we
proper isolation? Should somebody get ill, stick me in the garden.
How can we take my GoPro Hero 7 apart, Jack? If we're gonna be in the same room together, but we can't be.
Well, neither of you have got symptoms of the virus, so
no, but it can hide percolate in your body for 28 days, can't it?
Yeah, Tony's a dirty carrier.
Well, we're all going to get it anyway, so just go.
Yeah, it's not scientifically proven.
I've decided not to get it.
Then I'll die.
No, it's best that you do get it.
Well, now before there's nothing left and no beds.
Yeah, exactly.
Better to get it now than later.
Or you need to get it so you can become immune to it if you don't have like.
We could stream and I could be further away from you. Like I could sit back there.
I'm not letting you in. You're back to being banned. Just put it in DHL form, and I will.
No, because I've got to be there when you're doing it.
Well, wait.
We'll have to wait then.
Have you got the quad?
What?
Have you got
I haven't
quad?
got the quad yet. No.
Have you got money to buy the quad?
No, not really. No.
What's the rush?
Well, I know. We don't know.
Andrew Heim says, "Where can you get the Alpha Sim from?" Have you got a link to it, Corey?
Which one? Sim.
Your Sim. Yeah.
Sim.
That is. Let me post another linky.
Tell you what, I was really surprised about. Well, actually, I suppose I shouldn't be surprised. But did you see everybody reviewing the DCL Sim? They did not get many views, did they? But then you realize it's 50 quid, and it's like, right, well, that's why then.
Was it 50 quid? It was like 30 quid on the PlayStation 4. I mean, you can't fly because you have to use a controller. I don't know if anyone's done anything. I've seen pictures of PlayStation controllers with glued on sticks and printed parts. And
NJ said they got a rubber band.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't even bother with that, to be honest.
I missed the boat on it, but I'm kind of glad if it costs that much.
The game ain't that good, to be honest.
Do you have to sort of like? Isn't it? Yeah, it's a game as well, isn't it? You have to earn. You have to win races so that you can get the next best quads. There's no fun in that, is there? It's the DCL Sim is terrible on PS4.
Could be worse. It could be like Shanmui, where you have to work at the docks in order to get money to then buy the quad to then rescue your father.
What?
An actual job. I had to shut there every day. I had to move boxes on a forklift. I mean, we had the Friday forklift race, of course, every week, but I think he spent about 3 weeks working, trying to get enough money in Shenmue.
I'm glad like one person got that.
Well, yeah, because there's only one person that knows about it by the sounds of it.
Shenmue is a Dreamcast game, is that right? Back in the 90s.
Oh, you with your bloody games. It's a drone channel.
At the time, because it was.
You're on about DHL or whatever it is.
DHL is
DHL is a well-good driving van game.
Drive your packages from China as fast as you can. Don't forget to charge import tax after you've delivered them and send threatening letters.
Did you ever watch Nerd Cube do? Was it like Truck Simulator or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, he did didn't he do like a 24-hour stream of just drop? Yeah, I never tried that.
These are the big monies. Still boxed.
God, hang on. I've got to turn my camera off because.
I think I've got to go and order my shoes in alphabetical order.
What I would do? Can someone please send me a Kit Kat, a 4-bar Kit Kat, so I can use it to eat whole unbroken to annoy Curry?
OCD thing.
Yeah.
Sit on the other side of your screen. If we all do that, we'll just sit here.
Goat Simulator. Yeah, I remember seeing that. That was ridiculous. That one
weird, Curry kid.
I've got into the middle now.
So is that weird for you?
The dead zone on the PS4 controller.
The window. off screen, so I can't see you mismatched people.
Yeah, I imagine the DCL game on Xbox is like trying to fly with an eSheen controller, because they're basically the same. The pots in the side in an Xbox controller are the same pots that are in like those cheap eSheen toy things. So yeah,
the death zone on the PS4 controller makes flying properly aggro mode impossible.
Yeah. It's because they use those little pot things, little potentiometers.
Not to ring my own bell here, but I've made it happen in my sim. I can fly with a PS4 controller using my new preset rates, which is some things are whacked down so much, and the expo is so high. Plus, I put this setting in where instead of like having all the control as like 0 throttle and all the way, that is 0 throttle, and you just use half the stick, so your throttle always defaults back to 0, which is much easier. But with the right rates, you can do it, but the right rates is quite gentle, and that doesn't lend itself well to trying to hurtle through a race course.
Racing, no, maybe free.
It also doesn't translate that well to actual flying, because unless you're flying 3D, your throttle doesn't start in the middle, does it? So even if you can
kind of ignore that. If you just let the throttle go back to, if you just pretend that's 0 and you let the throttle fall back to 0, I mean, you've got a tiny range for your stick, which is why you need so much expo, and your rate has to be so high, so low doing it, but it's doable.
It still sounds better than the DCL thing. So and they're charging 50 quid for it, or 30, whatever. So it's great that you've done that. Yeah.
I'm charging nothing at all.
You want to stick ads all over it, or just one ad? Then
I've got an advert for you.
Be a squillionaire.
Dirty Curry Kitten, right? We I don't know whether this is common knowledge.
Does Curry Kitten want it to be common knowledge?
I don't know where he's going with this.
Yeah, filter.
You never know where he's going. We have done a disclaimer, have we?
No. Well, we haven't really talked about much. Me and Curry Kitten do Twitch on a Wednesday. He needs more followers. Click on that link, go follow him, and hopefully you become an affiliate. I, after finishing work tomorrow, will be playing Animal Crossing. So I'm replacing all my friends with little animals going...
all our names.
And it is going to be, if you thought...
I'm going to be the donkey or something.
Gay farming was gay. Oh, Animal Crossing, whole new level.
Oh,
and
I've seen that, yeah.
I dread to think.
So, yeah.
I've seen that.
Just so you know. And I might play some video games on my Twitch.
Make sure you set an alarm to not send me the link to that, please.
It's to fit in the PlayStation joystick to my Tirana as a pan tilt control. There's a guy called RC Hacker, and he done that on the back of a fuck it. What are they called? 9X.
Be a thing about people putting that little nubbin on the back there for the 9X. But on like a Tyrannus, you'd use the side sliders, wouldn't you? They're not too bad.
No.
Yeah, but my drift car, it's coming along, but well, the thing is, I'm not going to be able to drive it. I'm hoping like when everything's on lockdown, I can go to a car park and show it, because it's got an exhaust that flames, it's got smoke system, and fingers crossed if I can get it to program using an Arduino board to so that I can do head tracking with it. Don't know if that's going to work. Don't know even know if it's going to translate to a car head tracking. So I'm going to try it. So that's what I've been up to, but I haven't really been filming it because I don't know if it's going to work. So there's no point filming it if it's like, oh yeah, it doesn't work.
I like the idea of the flaming exhaust. Have you got your fire extinguisher with you again? just in case?
No, because it'll be a car park, so I'll just let it run its course.
What about if LDO done a 24-hour live stream?
I would rather be on fire.
Well,
I'd rather have you rub your penis on my face.
That probably I can't arrange.
Not again.
Well, I think it'd be good if we're all locked down. We could do it. Ask people to come on. It'd be fun. See if we can actually do 24 hours.
I can't.
That's a shit idea. No offense.
I think it'd be great.
Let's sit round, try and talk to each other for 24 hours without killing each other. Whilst being in separate rooms, whilst talking about nothing, because we're not allowed to fucking do anything, because we haven't done anything, because there's nothing to do.
Oh, all right then.
You know, the only RC project I've got is figure out a way to stick my GoPro Hero 5 in my AR wing and try and balance it, and then stick the winglets on, and that's the only thing I can do.
Yeah.
So and no electronics work.
Does
this doesn't work.
Does anybody want to see how the
and this really doesn't work. And
you say you're going to take my GoPro 7
the stupid hot chocolate velvetizer that I bought as a well done for surviving work without killing myself, because of anxiety. That fucking blew up as well. I'm just surrounded by broken shit, and I'm having a mental breakdown.
Is this because you broke it? Was one of those?
No, it just stopped bloody working.
Surely the PlayStation's your fault because you tried to put that thing in.
Yeah, I don't know.
PSP started fiddling with as well.
Yeah, the PSP. That's my fault, but
sorry for swearing, editor. What, have you broke that little PSP?
Yeah, kind of.
I like that, and you ruined. I'm not giving you my Hero 7.
Well, no, I haven't broken it. What I'm trying to do is it takes the funny Sony memory cards, right? So then you got this fake memory card that comes out, and then you use the bigger Sony memory card, and then I soldered on the SD card bit, and then that translates it into SD-ness, and it doesn't recognize it. It just doesn't work. But there's no telling whether that memory card thing actually worked. Oh look, you can see Curry. Hello, Curry. Wave, Curry. There you go. It's still working.
Yeah, I feel sorry for the editor tonight.
Sorry,
man. You might as well play the video then.
If you want to
play the video out. And,
can you reroute the sound so we can hear it?
I think. Can we just add a video source in this one, or was that the other one? We just have to share.
No, that's the Dom one. You know, the one that was actually good and we didn't pay for.
Yes, but
I thought you did pay for it.
It did have issues.
Yeah, editor, if you're annoyed, let me know and I'll pay you extra money.
Yeah, charge Jack. He swore the most.
Well, actually, shall we wait till it gets to the hour minute and then we can well, we can cut the show off and then it can just cut
share tab.
Share tab, Jack, and then you can play it.
Yeah, but should we wait?
I don't know how to do that.
Wait till the hour.
What year was it? I don't think I was in there that year.
No, it was 2018, the year that you weren't there because you were doing something else. I think with Jokervision. Remember him?
I don't know who that is.
Yeah, you've both had a divorce, haven't you?
Oh yeah, this is original girlfriend.
You're my original, Jack.
No, I'm husband, your wife. I'm telling you that. Passive aggressive. I know. No, just annoyed.
Jess is something on the side then, is she?
Jess is a home wrecker.
she's our Yoko.
That's what you want to call it.
Yep. He was too busy last week being like, ooh.
At least it's come on. At least it's come on, LDO, man.
Oh no, I had a stern word with him in front of her.
No, last week I was depressed because I've been losing a lot
Your
of
life
work.
is fucking ruined.
We're all the same terms.
That's good, but my work has gone.
You'd have been if you'd have stayed on or come on last week. That's all we talked about. You know, Jack's the only one that's actually making money out of all of us. So like he's buying coffee machines that are blowing up. I mean, who can do that?
That was in February.
Don't matter.
February.
Don't matter. This start has been going since January for me.
Yeah, December.
It took me a year or two to save up for the Roomba.
So what?
Yes, please hit the like button. Thanks, it does help. Cheers, Aries, for reminding us to do that.
Thank you.
So
And we've got a shop, by the way. We've got a shop. Fruity cakes. Shall we do a limited edition run of my drawing?
What,
I did last night.
on stuff? What,
Can you show us the drawing?
It's the thumbnail.
Well, now I'm going to have to order another T-shirt with that on it.
So maybe I can quickly get that onto a T-shirt while we're there. Hang on a sec. Let's have a look.
Joker's still under the.
I changed the T-shirt design so it says "Sorry, Tony's mum," and NJ's thing said "Let's drone out" instead of what they originally said. But I still got my operator ID as, you know, T01. Yeah, because I forgot.
Aries has bought some merch. I've seen him in his hoodie. I've got the T-shirt. Came. I think
I see that the red sort of red colour, the burgundy, is quite popular, isn't it?
It is. It is.
Oh my god, my back! I think I'm a bit grouchy because of my back.
What's the matter with your back, Jack?
It's because I'm morbidly overweight. That's what. The delicate
vertebrae is getting squashed.
Integrity of my spine is at critical mass. Oh my god! And I'm not allowed to go out anywhere and move. Oh man, I'm so annoyed by all of this. I think I'd be more annoyed if I was dying though.
Aries wearing his T-shirt right now.
Choking to death.
Mine's in the wash or going in the wash because I've worn it all week.
Oh, have you stuck, in it?
Well,
don't make me say it.
No, don't say it.
Have you had sex in your Let's Drone Out T-shirt? Oh. It's covered in spunk, and that's why you're not wearing it.
What do we think? Should we do the limited edition?
Yeah,
special.
I've got to buy it now, haven't I?
Yeah, only 5.
What is that? Can you zoom in? I can't see it.
Hang on.
What the hell?
There's something wrong with me.
It ain't wrong. I can't even see what it is.
Oh my god! Because that will be the first bit of ever signed merchandise.
Sorry, Tony's mum. I don't understand what any of that means.
Poor Tony, right? His mum watches the show, right? And I'm goddamn awful to him. So, like your mum must be really confused by our relationship. They're like, they're friends, but all they do
is abuse each other.
Hang on a second. Is that meant to be NJ?
NJ's laying down, yeah.
Who's the lady next to him?
Who do you think?
Oh my god.
Who is it? Is it?
Well, obviously it's.
I know who it is.
I've got too much. I'm not.
Daughter of a popular celebrity. Host of Blue Peter.
What's going on with NJ's torso?
It was. I got excited and drew his 6-pack. It kind of looks like a half melted.
I thought it got his trousers sort of halfway down.
No,
going on there.
No.
Hang on, let's get a better screen. I've got a better one now.
Oh, Father Shine.
There we go. You can really see the definition in NJ's abs plus that hernia he's got.
Jack,
what the actual?
Jack,
are you on drugs?
Didn't you do art at school?
You should have watched. This was drawn in real time.
Legs.
And it was all Fruity Cake's fault because he requested it. So this very specific scene, except Sophie Ellis Bextor was the bonus person, wasn't she?
Look how long her legs are. Just because you mentioned.
Oh, have I got my T-shirt?
Menace. But I run out of room, so it just says men.
What a grey menace top. What am I saying? Or is that
because there's a wank sock
you're
in your
putting
mouth.
a wank sock in my mouth?
What's that
get now.
thing under NJ's neck?
Oh my God.
Oh, that's a plectrum. He's wearing a chain with a plectrum.
Oh, right. Okay. It looked like he's got
Sophie's legs.
Oh, necklace.
Where's Sophie's arm going?
Oh, he's rubbing against his manly bear-like arms.
Oh my God.
You wonder why NJ didn't come on
That's
tonight.
why he don't come on, you know.
I know, I'm sorry.
So you can buy this on a T-shirt now, is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I haven't clicked the button. No.
Do it, sure.
I dread to think what you would have drawn of me.
Look at Jack's hair; it's almost
Or
so
am I that
realistic.
insignificant that I wasn't withdrawing?
You might want to get the official okay from NJ, Jack. Tony's obviously quite happy.
Oh, I don't care.
To be
And we'll
fair,
have to talk to Sophie Ellis Bextor as
I
well.
didn't go with NJ for a good, 3 minutes. So
You're allowed to parody.
Yeah, I don't think you mind. Oh,
You know, I thought NJ looked quite sexy. All right, I'm sorry about the chest, but I'm sorry. I'm not very talented with a mouse. It looked like a cock in the thumbnail.
We'll just remind people that the degree in fine art has been obtained by one Jack Nash somehow.
Tell you what, Jack
hey, hold on. Fraser's pointed something out. Why does the lump in NJ's trousers keep twitching? If you watch it very carefully, it is actually.
What? How?
I think that's an artifact of the screen share, but it is twitching. Yeah. It's just the screen share.
It's moving, though.
It is moving, yeah.
Oh,
everything's slightly moving. That's how bits and things work.
Oh, dear. That is bloody brilliant.
It was, it's not done in an offensive way.
Well, we've gone well over an hour now, so just close the show and then carry on, or what?
Do you want to show you a little video?
Yes.
Okay.
Should we give? Is the video that I sent you? Should we give? Shall I give some context of what the scenario was?
Well, yeah. Well, I think it's pretty obvious. Yeah. No, it's obvious.
It's not obvious. It's not.
It is. You say at the beginning, this is a general outing with LDO, and it's me being a twat, which is pretty obvious.
Yeah, no, that's the title of the video, but nobody.
No, you say that. You say audibly. You say that in the video.
No, I don't.
Yeah, you do. No, you're right. You don't.
No, I don't.
I thought the basic context says, "Can Andy RC die from embarrassment whilst walking around with Jack?"
No, right. I'll tell you what happened. Right. So
that's right. Another half an hour, lads.
Right, I'm leaving.
No.
Come on, Andy.
The year before is where I met Jack at Western Park, and so the next year, like I hung out with the guys all day, whereas previously I just saw them for 5 minutes, and I was going to do a vlog, but Jack ended up holding the camera and just sabotaged the whole thing. I was meant to do like a kind of vlog of like Western Park. Then there ended
I didn't press that.
What? Just play the video.
Nothing. Keep talking.
No, carry on.
No, I phoned you to talk to you.
Yeah.
Right, now just play the video. Say goodbye and then play the video.
I ruined your life. I'm the worst person ever.
What?
See us out, Jack. Say goodbye. And
No,
play the
I want
video.
him to play the video. He's playing the video.
I don't know how to do it.
Curry, can you do it? You know how this works. Play tab.
Where's the video link? Is it? Do I have to look all the way back in that Facebook thing, or can
No, I'll get it.
Post it in the private chat? Can you?
Yeah, I'll get it for you.
Yeah. So carry on. Fill the air. So you're gonna vlog. I ruined it. I stole your camera.
Yeah. Probably Jack Brussels arses.
There was I said there was a lot. There was about 5 arseholes that I had to cut out. Unfortunately, the one arsehole I couldn't cut out was Jack, because that was the funniest part.
Yeah,
he is an arsehole.
He was on that day, man. He had turned down. It dialed up to 11. I don't know what it was playing at, but yeah, it was fun. It's funny though, isn't it?
I hope so.
I'm gonna set right. Where have you gone? There. Private chat there. I think this is it. Just make sure it is what it is before you play it. Never know what's in my clipboard.
Yeah, that's the one. Hang on.
Hang on, folks. It's coming. We've kept you waiting this long. We might as well wait another 10.
Can you no audio?
Do we get sound?
No audio.
We don't get sound though.
No.
That's the thing. I don't know what to do about that. How do you get sound?
Take your earphones out. Take your earphones out and then just let it play.
Is it unlisted? It is, isn't it?
It's unlisted.
Yeah. Hang on.
Jack, rap while we're keeping the viewers waiting.
No, that's the worst thing ever.
That's never a good idea.
No, because he always forgets to bleep out the things he shouldn't say.
Yeah, I get really into it. I just start spitting. I just go for it, man. I just get into the flow. Oh man.
Oh dear.
We can see what Curry's been watching if we look down the side. We got Boris Johnson, lots of PlayStation stuff, obviously.
Yeah, but I can't make the sound come out.
Unplug your headphones, just play it through the PC and let your mic pick it up.
No, that won't. No, that won't.
That's a good one.
Jack, do you know how to do this?
Surely that'll work, won't it?
Hang on, I can probably create the right thing for it if I turn that one to on. Oh, I want that one, I think.
Chat amongst yourselves, viewers.
Yeah, do something. My mic. Hang on. I think I've just set my.
Everybody's leaving, anyways.
Really good at drawing dogs taking a shit.
That's it. We got sound. Restart it.
Control line is, that's what it used to be, man. That's where it started. It's control line.
Restart it, Wayne. I bet you can't hear us, can you?
I don't like what you're doing here.
It's not like I'm wanking. Well, we see this on the Andy RC channel. These guys are fighting. It's like Street Fighter.
Pico patch fight.
Pico patch, yeah. Whoever wins gets it. And we'll need to ask if we can film in there.
Make sure I go behind you, Jack. Yeah.
This used to be Make It Build It at one point. It's very interesting, man.
You can't fit in here.
I know, I'm really
like 9 foot or something.
Godzilla. Andy,
yeah.
Do you reckon you could take that pack up your ass? Oh, no audio.
Audio's gone.
Sorry, did we have audio? Because
yeah, we had audio. We had audio.
Okay, let me fix one quick thing, and it should be all right.
This is so let's drone out, isn't it? It's like the stuff's working.
Turn that one off. Turn this one on. Right, I can't hear anything while this is going on, but I'll just play the video. You guys just ping me if you need me to stop it.
All right.
perfect timing where it stopped. Yet to be fair, it gets worse from there.
Have you reviewed these?
No, I haven't.
What about these?
No.
Those?
No.
These?
Yes.
What about that?
No.
What are these for?
Those are for microcopters.
Oh, she wants to get in on the action.
Did you not read the do not touch sign, Joe?
Really?
I'm just kidding.
How are you to sell anything if you can't touch it? Let's get some live selling action. Make it, build it. What are you doing?
At the moment, we're just sorting this customer out with a nice baby horn.
Yeah, they're good. You got one for your birthday? We've got some Matex stuff. Is it real Matex stuff?
Of course, we don't do anything that's not real.
Oh,
Everything in
unlike,
here.
unlike some questionable companies.
I'm not going to comment.
Look at all this stuff. Do
Oh, you're
some
flying tomorrow, are you?
tracking. Look, who flies these props anymore? Look at Andy. He's got a mouthful of sausage. Oh, sausage!
I've been here. Well, I was here like half an hour, and I've already got 2 planes.
How did you manage that? Playing the 360, innit? You can't get enough of it.
Oh,
So Hobby King have been
you
giving.
gave him one.
Oh yeah.
And
Look
then
at
a plane.
him. Mouthful of sausage.
Mouthful of sausage, and then he gave him one. And then he got a free plane. So.
Yeah, that's it.
Services exchanged, I think you called that the other day.
Guys, did you bring those with you?
Yes, they're from Belgium.
Oh man, yes, these guys out.
There were some shops who had them. Yeah. So there was a guy who was selling the seats,
Yeah.
like the shorter versions, but I think he sold out. He sold out, man. Yeah.
He bought them all yesterday.
with it.
Do any of you know who he is?
Of course, I don't gonna know.
Anyone?
Does anyone know who he is?
Yeah,
he is.
Still FPV.
No.
Yeah.
Championship race.
Yeah, championship race.
Because he's pretty famous at our side.
I didn't know that
He does,
UK had
it's
it's
a
a national championship regarding FPV.
Hey Phil. How you doing, man? Nice to meet you.
Very good. Nice to meet you.
I brought you Andy RC to meet. I know you really wanted to meet him because like he's more famous than you. Hey, come here, Andy.
What are you doing, Jack?
Andy RC, Jill. Has Tony left?
I'm sorry about this guy. He keeps following me around. I don't know who he is.
We're from a podcast called Let's Drone Out.
Oh, okay.
So if you ever want to like hang out or say hello,
I couldn't.
Yeah,
I don't recommend it.
yeah. Unless you like saying the F word a lot.
The F word, yeah?
Yeah, you like that word?
Flying.
Yeah, fucking. Oh,
Yeah,
no.
yeah. That's it. Yeah, man. Like you're all the way. What brought you here?
My crazy friends up here.
Don't lie, you're drug smuggling, aren't you? Look at it. He's got a lot of weed.
Yeah, he got lots of weed.
Yeah.
What's up with Benny UK?
He came of age and then discovered pussy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's what happened.
As in cats, you mean?
Yeah.
Got a lot of cats.
Dripping in the stuff.
Seriously, it doesn't fly anymore.
I think he flies. I just don't think
It's all about the western part. We
Yeah,
heard
nice to
lots
meet you.
about you.
Yeah.
Do you want a sticker?
Yeah.
I'm so sorry for everyone.
Do you have a YouTube channel?
Yes, I have.
What's your YouTube? It's like
Jill FPV.
Jill FPV.
They told us. Were you like not paying attention?
I'm too busy just worrying what's coming out of your mouth.
I wouldn't do that. It's goggles there. Don't freak
I'll get
out.
Some new ones.
Oh my
I work
God.
with Back Shark.
Yeah, that's it, innit?
I included the sticker bit because he takes it off later.
Is it yeah.
If Jack just said, shall we film some dogs' buttholes?
Still friendly.
Oh,
Yeah, you have that all day.
I think he wants to hump my leg.
Do you know why he was
Oh
doing
no,
that?
he was sniffing ferret.
You interfere with people again. What are we off to next?
Donut. Belgium's eating pizza.
Jack didn't know these people.
Yeah, man. No.
That's the best food you can get here.
Where's your waffles, boys?
Where's our waffle?
What waffles?
In the hotel.
Hotel. Can you bring me some waffles, man? I fucking love Belgium.
Tomorrow
Thank
we
you.
make
Post
Belgian,
me some.
Tomorrow we make Belgian waffles for you.
We were talking about you guys. Are you going to get very drunk later?
Yeah.
Where's the sticker, man?
Where's the sticker? Oh, it fell off.
See you later.
Got rid of that instantly. But now he needs it for
We got
toilet
insurance
paper.
claim coming up here.
Tom
Who's
Stanton,
laughing
man.
now? I know, Tom Stanton,
Jack, do some
YouTube
stuff.
royalty.
Do a wheelie.
Push the button.
Is this the one from the?
Push
Is this the one from the video, Tom?
Hey!
Different one. One you're working on at the moment.
This was just as Tom's channel was exploding.
That I think would you say that was the video that like it blew up kind of thing? That video didn't it, with the bike?
Yeah, no.
No.
A lot of people think that that was the most successful one, but it's actually the air-powered plane that was the biggest.
Yeah.
What was it? The what plane?
Air-powered plane, he said.
Ah,
The bike video just sort of,
he's the most popular.
disliked it.
Really? They disliked it?
So cool!
I was
Look
doing
at
it
that, Andy RC, man.
I was doing it properly, look.
This is so cool.
That was good,
Yeah.
That was good. You're going to make one now, aren't you?
Did you hear what the guy said? He said, "Oh, I saw you dive the dog
Come
shit."
here, you cunt. So I'm here with Andy for a segment called the Andy RC. He's Frank. Okay. Sorry, Frank. Something wrong with me. I'm so sorry.
How
The-
used to the old
Tom
days
Green.
of the RC? Follow me.
So, what is a building jig? And why do we need them, Andy RC? Back in the past with Andy RC. Have you ever got new bits in a jig?
Many times, I believe.
Oh, bits in a jig, bro. With Andy RC.
It's just a bit old.
It's alright. Don't worry, we got one. I got an old one called Tony.
Oh.
Yeah, really old. Needs to be put down, bless him. But you know, he got you got tapped, didn't you? You know, but I don't know. If he pisses in my shoes one more time, he's gonna get the needle. Hey, please tell me that's over.
It's over, Corey. You can stop it now.
Thank you very much. You've been listening to Let's Drone Out. You've been joined by my little Tony.
He's not here.
Curry Kitten.
Goodbye.
Andy RC.
Ta-ta.
I've been Brighton Till I Fly. Thank you very much for tuning in. Don't forget, we're on here on a Wednesday with Curry Kitten. Go like and subscribe. After this, I'm going on Twitch and maybe bringing the guys with me. I'm playing a bit of Resident Evil 3 demo. And if you like music and remember Mr. Old Father Shine, go to the Thursday night show. Thank you and good night. Catch me on Twitch.
Good night.
Wash your hands. And
Play
your
hide the
balls.
sausage like Tony.